Now, I will tell you the story of living in bondage, breaking free. It's a Nigerian movie. Okay. So the story is about Nemdi. Nemdi Okeke. Now, Nemdi is a kid who grew up in a relatively poor family. He was adopted. He was adopted, right? And he grew up in this family. He tried to be a businessman, but it's not working very well for him. As a matter of fact, he noticed that his friends are, relatively successful, but he's not successful. He has a brother, in the adoptive family where he grew up. His brother is doing okay, but Nemdi wants more. He really wants more out of life. And one day, when he's at work, he meets Richard Williams, which is a very rich man. And he kind of sees in Richard a potential, father figure / mentor, right? And vice versa. Richard Williams kind of sees something in Nemdi and wants to take him under his wing, show him in the expensive cars that he could be driving, etc., etc. And as a matter of fact, Richard Williams starts to kind of help Nemdi in business. He helps him because Nemdi is an entrepreneur, but he needs help to kind of rise in business. And Richard Williams is there helping him financially, helping him get clients and all that. And but after some time, some success, after traveling around the world and all that, after a taste of the lifestyle that is very successful, Richard Williams kind of tells Nemdi, now Nemdi, it's time that you come to our meetings. And Nemdi's like, well, what meetings are you talking about? And Richard Williams explains to him, like, where do you think all this money is coming from? We have a brotherhood, and I'd like to introduce you. And Nemdi's kind of naive. He's like, okay, I'll come to the meeting. He goes to the meetings. And while he's at the meeting, he gets sworn in the brotherhood. But, Nemdi is naive. He thinks he's not really getting into anything serious. But as it turns out, there is no coming back. Once you're sworn in, and once you've accepted all of the gifts that comes with being in this brotherhood, you can't go back. You have to do your part, which is you have to, offer some sacrifice. And when Nemdi realizes that what he got himself into, he's trying to get out. But it's too late. And the brotherhood is asking him to take his brother's life. To take the life of someone that's very dear to him. and Nemzi is very conflicted. You know, he feel like he's been played, and unfortunately, it's kind of his own fault because his biological father came to warn him, but he kind of, because his biological father was part of the Brotherhood, but managed to escape the Brotherhood by becoming a priest, and then came back and tried to warn his biological son, look, you're about to get into um, you're about to get into something that is very evil and dark. But Nemzi kind of brushed him off. He was really interested in the lifestyle. He was blinded by the lifestyle. And it's only when he noticed that one of the guys in the Brotherhood took his own life in front of Nemzi that Nemzi kind of woke up. And that guy who took his own life was a guy who was making sacrifice to kind of stay in the lifestyle. And we saw in the beginning of the movie, we saw that guy, his name is Obina. He took his own daughter's life just so he could remain in the Brotherhood and keep on living the good life. So this movie is really, the pace of the movie is really what makes it work here. You kind of follow Nemdi as he slowly gets into the lifestyle, and then he realizes it's too late. He's too much into the lifestyle. He can't back away now. Now there's a price to pay, but he's not ready to pay the price. And in the end, one of the last scene, you see him. He's this close from killing his brother, so that he could fulfill his end of the bargain. And you kind of wonder, is he going to do it? Is he going to kill his brother that he loves so dearly? And eventually you see that he, instead of stabbing his brother, he stabs himself. Nemdi stabs himself. And you see after that he actually doesn't die from this injury, but you kind of expect this movie to have a sequel, because Richard Williams is seen at the end of the movie kind of smiling and just being free like air, despite being the leader of a brotherhood that kills people left and right. So it's an okay movie to kind of, explore what some brotherhood are about.